Previously, we looked at defensive role combinations and right side attacking ones. Now, it's time to put it all together and create the ultimate tactic. Okay, that was a bit excessive. But you do want to be able to build the best tactic every time, right? To do so, you must understand how the roles play with each other in the game. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this is an extensive process. Let's take a 4 at the back formation, like a 4-3-3. I know I'm a bit obsessed with 4-3-3, but hear me out. Let's go with this setup defensively and on the right. Look at it closely. What would you add here? These are not just two positions. You add these two roles and it completely messes up the tactic. To that note, which one of these roles seem more suitable to you? The central midfielder on support duty would go up as your team builds up play and offer his support in creating the attacking chances. If you want this player to delay his forward movement a bit and keep the opposition occupied with the right side a bit longer, you can choose a box-to-box midfielder. With this role, the player will still push up, but not as aggressively as the central midfielder. Good, so we chose the role here. Now think, which role would make the most sense here in this setup? Think about how the rest of the roles play. An inside forward would keep the same style of play, not interrupting it. Of course, the inverted winger would also work here. And, wait for it, the winger as well. What? You don't think so? Watch me. With this player instruction, the winger will have no other choice than to cut inside when he gets the chance to do so. Well, just pay attention for your winger to not have the run with ball on set flank trait, as the player will never cut inside then. And so, here it is, a 4-3-3 tactical variation. Of course, it's not the only option, but now I hope you have understood a bit better how the roles combine in the game, so you can tweak them as you wish. Before you go and open FM, aren't you forgetting something? We still have other 4 at the back formations and 3 and 5 at the back. So, let's take a look at them. In a 4-4-2, the secret is to keep it balanced. And most of the times, you wouldn't want this part to do the same thing as this part, keep the opposition on their toes. Okay, let's say that we go with this and the roaming playmaker pushes up the field. And what about the 4-2-3-1? In this case, keeping the RPM and adding a winger with cut inside instruction would confuse the opposition enough to make them concede space. Of course, an inverted winger would also work here, as it would crowd this area here, and with the work the ball in the box instruction, the wingback would have a few targets to aim his cross at. The same with the inside forward, trequartista and roundator. Good, now that we have covered a few 4 at the back combinations, let's take a look at 3 and 5 at the back formations. Keep in mind that the roles are and do the same in any tactical formation. With the 3 at the back, it matters how you want the attack to look like, either attacking through the middle or from the wings. And once you have decided that, just pick balanced and as different as possible roles to keep the attacking part dangerous. In a 5 at the back formation, after you've decided on how the attacking third should look like, it matters how you set up the wingbacks, as they are the only players that can help with the natural width of your tactical shape. Whatever you choose, space, balance and aggressiveness should define your tactic. Don't be overcommitted or too cautious. And test and tweak your tactic, always, as it very rarely works out from the first try. Now, go and create your tactics, but before you do so, watch these goals for inspiration.